How's it going, New World? Sethphir here, and I am back today to this time pre-warn you about a change that is going to be coming up. We had some information from the official forums from an Amazon developer who posted that there would be some upcoming changes to the way materials were dropping because they did not intend for some of these materials to be so scarce and so rare. And the item that he gave, for example, was petrified wood. As you can see right now, there's nothing in the Everfall auction house. There's literally nothing on the auction house. This is a tier 2 rare material that's supposed to come from young and mature trees. You supposedly be able to get this with logging luck and some high logging skill, but I mean, it's hard for me to even find. This thing is nutty. So there's a lot of materials like this when we look at rare components. And he said that this was not the only thing that was going to be changed, but it was going to be rather a set amount of material. So I think things in the category of like Fey Iron will also be included with this, and other issues. Now, what I'm hoping is, because we saw that change with the refining reagents, and if you watched my video when it first came out, I know a lot of you made a bunch of gold, so this might be the time to kind of think about what this change is going to be that's coming up, and whether or not you should get rid of some of these materials now. I'm very certain that materials like maybe Fey Iron and that petrified wood will sell for a lot more right now than they will when that change happens, because they're going to become more plentiful. I don't know to what degree, and there is, like, here's what I am going to be thinking right now. If they're changing that chance for rare things to happen, that means things like Whisperwood might also appear more too, right? And if Whisperwood appears more, then that means that that price is going to go down. And if that translates into the tier 5 materials like Barbvine and Wildwood, then that may also go down as well. So I'm not super sure on that. I can't say 100% as to the change, but let's go ahead and dive into the exact wording that was in the post, and I'll link that down in the description below so that we can start to plan ahead for the market, and hopefully you guys can make a huge chunk of gold again with this next maneuver. So let's go ahead and dive into that. All right. So here we are at the actual post on the Amazon forums, and I will link this in the description down below so that you can check it out and see exactly what the original post was, and then the developers replied to that post. So as you can see at the top, the topic was petrified wood and whisper wood are way too rare, right? So he's talking about the drop rates coming from the rare components from all these resources. And we did get a response from Helpful Walrus, a New World developer. So let's go ahead and read what he has to say here. He says, "Hi again, everyone. I have an update. So far, we've identified an issue that can cause some of the rare versions of what we call core resources: wood, metal, hide, fibers, and stone." So this is not just talking about wood. You're talking about things that are coming from the plants, like the scale claw, or the like claw things and stuff like that, the hides where you get like the rare animal parts and things of that nature, and even like the metal stuff. So like you're talking Fey Iron and things along that line, maybe even void metal too. So looking into that, he says, like petrified wood to be specifically more rare than we would like. The issue doesn't affect just petrified wood, so we're digging a little more to see what we can find. These types of adjustments require extra design and QA attention, so right now we don't have an ETA on the specific change that I can share. However, we are working on the issue, and you can expect some tuning in the future once we've thoroughly tested its impact. So right here, you can expect some tuning in the future. This means probably the next patch, maybe the patch after that. So it could be a week, it could be 2 weeks. That's my guess, my best guess, right? He doesn't clarify specifically, but that would be what I would understand from this. And then it's very good that they say thoroughly tested its impact, right? Because before we had the instance where they buffed the amount of refining reagents that you would receive from treasure chests, and that just horribly ruined the economy in terms of those reagents, because everything is now pennies on the dollar. It is so easy to do any run and you can get 1,000, 2,000 of the components. I mean, personally, I'm deleting them just for storage space weight at this point. there's just way more than you could possibly need or sell. So that buff was way too much, right? And this is very important that thoroughly tested its impact, because when you do changes like this in the economy, you greatly affect the economic power of these items, which shifts the gold value, right? So some people will get caught off guard and they'll have buy orders up like we saw last time. If you watched my video, people that were able to watch it quick enough, they made tons of gold. They made like 5,000, 10,000, 25,000 gold. And that was if you're on top of these changes, right? And so when they make these major changes like this, the people that have buy orders up for these rare materials, you know, trying to take advantage of people that don't know what they're worth, then you can sell all those orders to those people and make a lot of money if they don't take their orders down in time with this change. So that was what we saw last time. That's exactly what happened. And I would just say err on the side of caution for this. So when it's talking about all these materials, it's talking about in every category, not just wood. So this is going to be something really important that's going to be coming up here in the next patch, or maybe the patch after, and it's something that you should definitely keep your eye on, because the price of all these materials is going to go down significantly when this change comes into play, right? Even if it's buffed by double, all these prices are going to drop because people are now going to be seeing these materials, and we don't know what that amount is going to be, but we just need to be aware of it so that we don't, you know, lose money by buying these now, or you know, we don't lose money by having buy orders up and things of that nature. So let's go ahead and hop back into the game, and I'll show you a lot of the things that I will be personally looking at and the things that I will be thinking about with this patch here. So hopefully you can sort of follow that if you want. You know, it's your own choice. Make your own thought process there and figure out if that's worth for you, but I'll just tell you what I'm doing, so maybe you can make some gold along with me, or lose some gold along with me if I'm wrong. Who knows, maybe one of those two things will happen. So let's go ahead and dive into the game. Alright, so here we are back in New World, and the first thing that comes to my mind, being level 60 now, would be these rare materials, because it stated things like Whispered Wood and the Petrified Wood, and those are the lower versions of these rare materials. So I'm just going to take a wild guess here that they may accidentally buff up the drop rates of these materials, and if they do, then that means that all of these materials that people are trying so hard to get right now may not be worth as much in the future. So I'm going to hold off on buying things like Barbed Vine and Wildwood. I might farm them a little bit myself, but I'm just going to play for the next week on these. I'm not going to play anywhere past that week. So I'm not going to stockpile these. I'm not going to amass them. I still want to hit my daily cooldowns for these best in slot in-game materials like glittery ebony wood, but I'm going to avoid that. And as far as these go, like whisper wood and stuff, if I have any whisper wood or petrified wood or fey iron, I'm going to sell all of that right now. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it all and I'm going to ship it into the auction house. I'm going to get rid of it because I know for a fact that some of these are going to be buffed coming up here soon. So what they're worth now is not going to be what they're going to be worth later. So that's my game plan. I'm going to keep that in mind. I don't think there's much more I can do with this in terms of buy orders. I'm just going to get rid of the product that I do have right now. And then if I can sell that for a high amount, then I might be able to particularly do something with it. So I'm going to go around and I'm going to look for buy orders like, let's see, let's sort by everything. I don't know if anybody has buy orders up for Whisper Ore, or Whisper Wood, but we will check and see. So Whisper Wood, there are no buy orders up. So I wonder if there's any for Petrified, because we can try to see that. If I could ever spell Petrified Wood, there we go. There are some for Petrified Wood. So right here, this guy is buying 3 of them for 80. So if I have any of these, I will try to sort my inventory and I will go and sell them to him immediately. And that's an easy, like, what is that, 240 gold for me. I wouldn't bother about like any of these low stuff, but I am going to get rid of that. And people that maybe want Fey Iron, I might look into selling them as well, but it looks like there's none right here. But you could always just create an actual sell order and get rid of some of these at a decent price wherever your town is. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. I hope this helps, and I hope that you don't get caught off guard with this change, because I know a lot of people were definitely alarmed at the last change with the refining reagents. They did not really update us on that much. They were just like, oh, we're going to fix treasure chest drop rates, and it's like, what does that mean? Oh, poof, that was the result of it, and everybody's like scrambling to make money and stuff like that. So you're gonna have a bit of a heads up this time. So if you're paying attention to these videos and you're watching it, you might be able to get out now while it's still good, and that way you can make a good chunk of change before, you know, the inevitable crap show is gonna happen when these buffs are put in place, and then all of a sudden everybody has loads of petrified wood and iron, fey iron, and void metal, and whisper wood, and all this stuff. So yeah, hopefully that will kind of work out for you guys. Appreciate everyone watching. We are getting incredibly close to 25k subscribers, so I am going to do a new video when we hit that marker. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, like, and hit the bell. We also have a join button for members where you can keep up to date on stuff like this and get special perks like emojis and badges and things of that nature. And you can also get a special Discord rank in there for certain tiers of it, so make sure to check that one out. We also have a Discord where you can keep in touch with me and a lot of information like this that will be posted, so make sure to join that and check that out so you can stay up to date with everything. Thanks for your time, and thanks for watching this video. We will catch you next time. See you later, everyone.